wheel of change. I'm not repeating, so I hope you're paying attention. So this is a two-part challenge. So there are no teams for this mission. Everybody will be outside searching the grounds for gold pirate coins. So, Michigan is known for its crazy weather. It could be sunny one moment, and next it's raining. It could be clear skies, and then it's snowing. Michigan experiences all 4 seasons to the fullest. As such, we're going to give you the opportunity to experience this firsthand. Since the seasons are unexpected, that's what you're going to get with this mission. The game of chance. Hidden around the property, outside, are 12 pirate coins. Your job is to find these pirate coins. There is no limit to how many you can find, but there are only 12. You will have 15 minutes to search the property for the coins. After that, we will meet back here for the second part of the challenge, where we will present you a wheel. Why pirate coins, you may ask? Well, did you know Michigan is known to have had at least 3 pirates that called Michigan home? The most notable is John Rackman, or you may know him as Calico Jack. Calico Jack got his name from the colorful clothing he favored. The tokens that you collect will have an immediate impact on the game. Some will be positive. Others, maybe not so positive. Your mission today, collect the coins, spin the wheel, find out your fate. Who's ready? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They wrap around the property. You do not have to go past the pole barn. Up to the barn is like the pole barn is the gray, the beige and green thing. That's the boundary. You don't have to go past that.
Okay.
Are you timing? You want me?
Go for it.
Tom, you want time?
Can you do a countdown?
Yeah, we'll go do a countdown. So Tom's gonna give me the thumbs up, and I'll give you the countdown. You guys can just count. I'm gonna be stationed here, so if everyone feels like they found it, you guys said.
Do we keep going, or do we bring it to you as we find it?
No, 15 minutes. You can do whatever you want with the coins.
Eat them?
Well, I mean, if you eat it, then I guess that's one less coin for everybody, including yourself. Tell me when you're ready, Tom. 15.
Are you gonna give us like a big Yahoo when it's time to come back?
Depends on my mood.
Big scream.
You got it?
Sorry, my phone was scattered. Okay, here we go. Wait, and I'm ready when you are.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
It's not going to be on the deck.
Is it green?
What color is it?
What color are they?
Gold.
Find any?
The gold coins. up there, right?
No.
You? Yep. How big are we looking? Like quarter?
5 times. So, with that. And when it lands on it, I will explain what it is.
Can you read the dark blue one?
If you land on it, I will read it.
Wait, Sam.
First person up. Chad, how many coins do you have?
0.
You're out.
All right. Nick.
0.
All right. Drew.
0, but I have an assist on one for Corey. I walked right past it and he
I'll add
found
it to
it.
your stats. Jesse.
I have 2.
All right.
Do I have to stay?
Yes, you have to
Fine.
stay.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Caleb, you didn't have to pick them up. I didn't know it could be better.
You
I mean,
beat
you
me
did
to
say.
one by 1 second. I want that
Hold
one.
on,
I'll take it. That would.
Can I have your 2 coins, please? All right. No.
Journal swap.
So, journal swap. What this means, the journal swap twist has been activated.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't mean it's going to happen right now,
Okay.
but it can come at any time.
I didn't want to get that one.
So be prepared.
Is it just for him or it's
The
for the
entire
entire group?
class. He has activated the twist for the entire
Remember when
class.
Bridget got that at ours?
Again, then it's
When we played it?
all of us.
Tom,
Some of
remember?
us.
She was so
It's
mad.
activated no
All
matter
right.
what.
Can't get it again, right?
Whoa!
Well, he's not going to get anything.
Sorry.
Jesus!
I mean, that's a
Dinner.
All right. Do it again.
Maybe not with such zest.
Joker.
Okay, I'll take that.
Jesse,
Thank you,
that's
thank you,
the
thank you,
Joker.
thank you.
You can sit down.
Alright, cool. Sorry about the journal swap.
Yeah. It's okay, I'm gonna burn mine. Dawn.
I mean, I know you have a couple.
She has 5, I think.
4 coins. Whoa.
There's 6 of them.
I'm about 3. I'm in 4. Wow.
Joker.
Journal swap.
So
back to normal.
So that is a spin again.
Coaching.
What's that blue?
Nice.
Coaching.
Thank you.
I got it. I'll talk to Corey.
All right. So you will get a coaching session.
Walk the plank.
Walk the plank.
What the freak is that?
So it's a negative.
Uh-oh.
So you have obtained the walk the plank disadvantage. The first quiz that comes up, you will be the first player to take the quiz. And you are isolated for 10 minutes prior to the quiz time with no journal.
Alright.
She's like,
Not great, but not horrible.
I can
You
get
got
my
this.
joke.
You got this.
Just like cooler.
Could have been worse.
Last one.
Write it all over your arms.
Another joke.
All right.
You?
Who cares about that quiz, right? Yeah.
Got $3.
2 seconds off the quiz.
So,
Well, that's not bad.
you
That's a
have
timer.
gotten this. Next quiz,
They're in one of ours.
you will have
1
2
second.
seconds
What's
of
possible?
time
Okay,
deducted
wait,
from your
1 second.
overall quiz.
Yeah.
It's
good.
risky though.
That's
Yeah.
good.
It is.
Billy. 0. Are you ready? John. 0. Kim. For Kim.
2 seconds on the first.
I like that. I'll take that.
Okay. Ooh.
Another 2 seconds.
That is now a spin again.
4 seconds.
Oh.
4 seconds.
4.
4 seconds.
I only take that too.
Damn, what?
All right.
You got 4 seconds?
Yeah.
Missy.
How many?
I was waiting to give you like 8.
Corey.
There's only 3
There
left.
is going to be a vote.
I got 2.
Yep. So then there's one.
And Wendy.
Yep.
Corey, what's that green one say?
What the what?
The green to the left of
There's expedition.
Oh.
A gain advantage.
gain advantage. And
That could be really good.
exactly.
It's physics.
Journal
swap.
swap.
We already did
There's
that.
a spin again.
Game disadvantage.
Oh.
Maybe you'll get a game advantage and I'll balance it out.
So,
The dogs.
just double checking before I say it.
Correct.
Right?
Automatic.
So, the game disadvantage, you are losing your a point on the next quiz.
Oh.
Ooh.
That hurts.
So wait, if I, is there a point to earn back on this?
Yeah.
There's a game advantage. There's a
There's a
joke.
game
Oh yeah, right here.
Spin.
Give me
Joker.
exception.
People are breaking it.
I'm just sad I
One
didn't
more
spin
time.
it.
I didn't even spin it that hard.
Just really stick it in there.
Yeah.
Make sure it's there.
Almost done.
Game
Oh,
Is it a +1?
Your game advantage will be revealed at the next mission.
Oh.
Ooh.
Can I swap it?
All right, Missy.
Get some money in the pot.
No one's got money in the pot.
No.
People coming after
Oh,
this.
y'all looking.
I would like the exemption for these seconds. Are okay.
Just reset this.
I'm so mad that it.
Come on, Wendy. Get it?
Joker.
Okay, Wendy.
What's your second?
Part of
one?
it.
All right.
That's why I was going to use the book for this
No
quiz.
exemptions, no money in the pot.
Yeah.
We got 3 journal swaps though, so.
Yeah.
All right. And with that,
We had to run around the house looking for little gold coins to spin a wheel to either get an advantage or disadvantage in the game. I think there's 12 altogether, so again, everyone dispersed pretty quickly to find them. I ran towards the end of the driveway to find some, and I quickly found 2 right off the bat, one after the other, and then I would just run around and ask people, if they found any and keep looking for them, and by that time, it seemed like they were all already accounted for, so Dawn had found like 4, Kim had found 2, so they're all pretty much accounted for really quickly, but I did, as a good faith or a sign of good faith, I showed Chad the coins. So this is what they look like. Keep looking and those kind of things. So I was just trying to build relationships there and show people I'm trying to work with you if you want to work with me. But yeah, it's been interesting.
The Wheel of Chance was a complete shit show. I was so excited for the chance to get more stuff because that's what I want in this game, all of the stuff. And we were told that there would be coins, and the coins are everywhere, and that there's 12, hypothetically 1 for each of us, should we find it, go. And they're like all found within like 10 minutes, and they were like, all right, well, I think we got them. I'm like still looking, whatever. Huge waste of time. And that sucked for me. But in the back of my mind, it was like, is there gonna be like a steal and exemption like prize? Because we were shown that we were going to be able to use the coins to spin a wheel of randomness. And ultimately, I'm kind of happy that I didn't participate or get a coin, because being results oriented, like there were some like not great things that happened. Like poor Dawn had to use both of her jokers that she gained from that because she got the walk the plank thing, which took away her freaking journal right before the quiz. And she was freaking out, man. I went up there and she was like a little teary-eyed, and it felt so bad. So, and I didn't want Corey's disadvantage with the advantage that he got. So it all turned out just fine for me, because I still have a joker in my pocket and an exception at the time. So I mean, whatever. I can only have so many things.
I like running around and looking for coins. I was super happy to grab 2 coins. However, when we went up there and I saw the wheel, I was nervous to spend my 2 coins and possibly get something negative for the quiz, or some of the bad possible, some of the bad things on the wheel. But I ended up getting a joker, which is great, and a journal swap, which I'm not looking forward to, because I've been taking pretty good notes, I feel like, so I'm not looking forward to swapping my journal with someone else.
So we were asked to go find little gold pirate coins hidden around the property. I did not find any, despite looking under every crevasse and crack and little thing that I could overturn, but I came up empty-handed, so I didn't get to spin. Other people got to spin. Some people got an advantage, some people got a disadvantage. One person got both, so maybe they just canceled themselves out, I'm not sure, but it was fun. It was fun to actually run around and kind of just go a little manic for a second.
The Wheel of Chance was interesting because we had to hunt for 12 coins out in the yard, and I was feeling good about that. I'm usually good at such hunts, and I had a good position on the rest of the group. I was down at the end of the line when they said ready, set, go. I was going to round the corner and get to a spot where I thought there would be some coins, and I just was one of 5 people, I think, that did not find any coins, and it was frustrating because I didn't get to spin the wheel. And that wheel had the potential to really, really alter the game, because there was an exemption spot on the wheel. So if several people would have hit that, it could have been a real game changer. As it happened, nobody hit that. There were some advantages, disadvantages, and things like that. So I don't know. In hindsight, maybe it is best that I didn't get any coins and didn't have to spin that wheel.
A chance, and I didn't find any coins, and I'm just as glad. I mean, it would have been nice. Exemption was one of the possibilities if you got a coin and got to spin the wheel, but no one got that. And I already was lucky enough to get a joker earlier today, so I had that in my pocket.
So experience is people are greedy. All I wanted was 1. I couldn't find 1. Someone found 4, and a bunch of people found 2. It brought multiple jokers into play. It brought a couple of disadvantages and advantages. Overall, it was just, it made me feel a little like worthless, I'm not gonna lie. I think right now it seems to be kind of a very friendly air. Do I think there's coalitions? Not really. I think everybody's just still feeling everybody out, especially where we haven't had a first eviction. Oh my God, eviction. First execution. I think in the next day or so, you might see a couple more coalitions. If I do stay, I do have a plan for a couple people that I want to see and feel out myself. But we have to find out what the results of the test first,
I did really well with that, because I ended up with, there was 12 chips in total that we were searching for, and I found 4 of the 12 chips, because I just took my time and it was steady, and I found those 4 chips real easy because all the guys went gung-ho and took off running like crazy bandits, and a lot of them didn't find any. because they just were all out there looking, and I just stayed close to the house and the perimeter and found 4 chips right away, back to back, you know, or 3 chips back to back. And then where they were out there running miles away from the house, I found 1 more, and they missed that for hours. I don't know what the hell they were looking for. They were cracking me up. Bless their hearts.
So I found 2 coins. I was hoping I'd find more, but it was Dawn. She did really good. But Dawn and I did what you're supposed to do in those kind of challenges. So that's what it actually made me feel a little bit. But it made me. Dawn's got too much stuff. I don't think she's small. But because everyone's running around like wild banshees trying to find it, looking up, looking down. But when you're trying to find a coin, you have to look, which is just a slow pace walk because they were hidden in plain sight. There was always a piece of it sticking out. You didn't have to dig. You had people digging and stuff. It's like, why are you in the sandbox? No one's pooping here. And they were trying to. I was like, it's not gonna be buried. It's just not. The disadvantage. I felt really bad for Dawn. I would have probably cried if I had to walk the plank. That 10 minutes by yourself. And it's not that I needed the dossier, or not the dossier, our books to study. It's that silence by yourself for 10 minutes. You can get in your own head. So I totally felt so bad for her. Oh, I got 4 seconds added, which didn't matter. But I spent all last night. I had stuff going on at home, so I had to deal with that, and then I did this, and I was just like, you know what? It is what it is. We had so many jokers out there and all that because people got jokers in the Wheel of Chance. I mean, it was just like a slew of all this crap, and I had 4 seconds. I didn't have I couldn't get. I was like, and then when I saw it was only 10 questions, I was screwed. So, but I was okay. I woke up this morning. If I went home, I went home.
So I got to spin the wheel and get 2 seconds off the quiz, so I guess I'll take any advantage I can get. I know lots of people have jokers. I know there's been a rumor that I might have a joker. When we were choosing envelopes, Missy, I think, is pushing really hard for me that I have the joker. I don't, so I have no idea who does. I'm just gonna play along with that rumor and have fun with it.
Well, I noticed today more people are looking or trying to look extremely shady. So there's a definite shift in people trying to do stuff to make you start thinking of. When we had the elimination this morning thing, I was watching the reactions and like seeing who would be like fake. You know, some of them are just like really. They did not act as well. Some people I know could act because they were like, "Oh, I'm green." I was like, "No, come on." You know, you weren't even crying about it. So there's people who did that. I've noticed today just people are doing a little more sabotaging things now than they did yesterday. Yesterday we all seemed to be a little more cohesive, trying to just get money. And now you're seeing people like take things out. I mean, we did cost ourselves a lot today, but we also made a lot today. So I've noticed. So now I'm watching Matt actually climb a little farther up on my list. He surprised me because I had him as just nothing. But I'm a good guy, but he's not the mole. But now, I don't know, he surprised me today. Now I think about it.
I still feel like everybody's clueless as to who the mole is, and everybody's pretty much sick after the test, thinking they're going home. It's been quite funny. And everybody played their, what's that one where you get an extra point on the test?
Joker.
The Joker. Everybody played their Joker chips to try to get their extra points on the test because everybody thinks they're screwed.
Well, I mean, I don't know, there's so much drama in the house. I mean, I think right now all of us are kind of reeling from taking the first quiz. I can tell you that I hope I'm not the first person executed, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was because I'm not sure I got one question right. Well, I am sure I got one question right effectively because I had a joker, so that gives me essentially one question. But I don't have any idea. I was, for one thing, we were sequestered and we were in this very room that we're in now, and the lights were low and we were all tired and sleepy, and we had to wait a long time because we took the test individually. That was really hard. So we were away from our journals for much longer than Dawn was, who on the wheel, you know, got a penalty where she had to be away from her journal for 15 minutes, but she took the test first. We were away from ours much longer than that and tired. And so I was focused on answering the questions, but answering them quickly, because I thought maybe time would be important, because again, we know if there's a tie for the lowest score, the person who finishes it with using the most amount of time has a disadvantage. So I will say that it seems to me like there have been a lot of advantages in the game. There were a lot of joker chips. You know, there were 2 people who had immunity already. And I mean, I think in some ways that makes the joker chips less meaningful, because there were so many of them, and all of them were played, I believe, except Missy, who didn't need to play the joker chip because he had immunity already. So yeah. But as far as things are going, you know, in my Snape get up here for our Hogwarts party, and I've been downstairs trying to smooze and ask a few people what they thought, and I'm just being kind of bold and saying, who'd you vote for? Who'd you think it was the mole? And I tell them, you know, if you want to tell me to shut up, tell me to shut up, but I'm gonna get as much information as I can. And I got some, if they're telling me the truth, that surprised me. One person who voted for the same person I did, so I don't know. I mean, that makes me feel a little better. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the house is still in the honeymoon phase, if you will. There isn't a lot of people breaking off in small groups, which is surprising. There's a lot of open source sharing of information, like people saying, here, take my journal, and just more information sharing than I thought would happen. I do expect that to subside a little bit, especially after the first elimination happens. For me personally, so I came into this game telling people that I work at a comic book store in Las Vegas when I really work in the poker industry. However, I knew that eventually that was going to get sussed out, because on my player picture, it shows a picture of me wearing a poker patch, but I was counting on that. I took that into account. So I want people to find out about the poker thing. In fact, I've asked Drew, who's in my coalition, to leak it if necessary, because I want people to suspect that I'm the mole. I want them voting for me, because if they do, they're going to get it wrong, right? And that's good for me. That's good for the people that I'm working with. And so I think it's only a matter of time before, you know, the poker stuff comes out, and you know, whether that's good or bad, whether they think I'm the mole or not, I guess it remains to be seen. But I think they probably already think I'm a game player, but once they learn that about me, they're really going to know it.
Sure. The house is, I feel like this is a fun group. We're all talking to each other. There aren't little mini pockets forming of, you know, this group and that group, and no one's interact. Like, everyone's cool with each other, which is nice. That being said, there are little, maybe tiny spheres of people that tend to come together more often and share a little bit more info. But it's not in a dramatic way. It's not even necessarily in a secretive way, because I can come up to any one of these groups and feel like I'm just let in right away. But I still think it's early. I think once the, you know, level and pool of suspects kind of becomes a little bit more pointed, the amount of information being shared and withheld will definitely increase, and some of that tension might increase as well. So for now, we're still lovey-dovey, but you know, it's only day one.
That's a great question. There's a lot. There's still a lot of confusion about who moved the decorations downstairs yesterday, which is fun to watch as someone who knows the answer to that. There's also some funny stuff I just observed in the kitchen, where Dawn was pleading why she found it odd that people looked at the dossiers, which I don't find odd at all. Just kind of observing more what people are saying, what people are doing. There's not anything super like juicy that I can say yet, but like, yeah, just some fun things. I am like privy to the thing about downstairs, which was like, it's fun, and people are still curious about who messed the stuff up. But yeah, and hearing people say things that I think are kind of suspicious, but nothing like no big storyline that I have for you guys. Sorry.
Later on in the night, it got a little interesting, because every time Chad talks to me, he's like, "Hey Mole, how you doing?" And he's trying to trick me or something. I don't know. Maybe that's the way he was trying to do or communicate with me. And I'm just like, "I'm good. How are you doing, Mole?" So he's just trying to play mind games with everyone, it seems, and he's like, later on, we all got in the hot tub, and then he like spilled his guts to me, and maybe this because of the alcohol I was talking, that he was just saying, yeah, I think you're the mole, I think you're lying about your profession, I think you're a cop, you were in the military, you give off that vibe when as soon as I met you, and those are the red flags. I was like, okay, well, I'm not a cop. I do in fact work in IT with everyone else, and yeah, it just felt interesting because he's the one actually lying about his profession, because later on in the hot tub, he kept saying, yeah, I was playing Parcheesi, or I don't even know what game, with his family, but in his picture on our wall, it says World Series of Poker, so he's a poker player, so he lied to everyone, so he's the one actually lying, and he keeps trying to like pinpoint things on me, which is very interesting. And but the hot tub was a good time, but I was just trying to just gauge where everyone was, and they, for some reason, Chad specifically keeps throwing me, and Billy mentioned that, you were on my list at one time, but you're not anymore because you were so quiet. It's like, well, I'm not, what are you talking about? I'm here now, and I've been talking the entire time. I'm not quiet. And then, again, I've been trying to work with Jesse a little bit more to pull out some information, but again, he keeps his hands really close to his chest, so I'm trying to make sure I get more information, understand where he's coming from, and go from there. But other than that, that was all of it. And yeah, and one thing, he also thought I was a mole because I went to bed at 1:30 in the morning instead of staying up till 3:30 in the morning on the first night. So I don't know. It was a lose-lose situation. I mean, I don't know if the guy wants to work with me or not, try to share information, but I can keep trying to build that relationship, or I can just try to like, hey, if you want to think I'm the mole, go for it. Put my name down and go home. So yeah, that's about it.
Oh my god, it's getting so crazy in the house. I think that people are starting to shift their mindset into talking about getting to talk to people on a more individual level at a point that is coming up soon, maybe. Like, people are talking about, oh, well, we should really have more, private conversations, smaller groups, sharing information, that type of thing. But am I seeing any action? No. Does everybody have the opportunity to join me when I walk away from the group every half hour? Certainly they do. But would they rather just stay in a big group and learn nothing? I have some info to share. I'm a useful person to be talking to, and maybe they're not recognizing that. But that's to their own detriment if they don't want to pick my brain. I'm just more of a one-on-one person, and it's very hard, especially in a high-pressure environment, to be around the same people all the time for the whole time, while still trying to figure out in your head which of them is fucking you over. Whereas I think if you're having the one-on-one, you can get a much better sense of somebody's authenticity. And that's what I'm looking forward to going forward. I've had some really good conversations with Chad. I think Chad is the man. I was really freaked out by him when he came in because he was really sketchy the first night. But it's been a good day for us. I'm still good with Dawn, although she has, we've not shared a bunch of information throughout the day as much as knowing glances, giggles, and a couple of cute sidebars. Kim, Robert is there's this Matt and Kim situation with a missing Joker that is still being theorized about. Who has the mystery Joker? Because on the first night when we chose our envelopes, one with the coach thing, the exemption, and the Joker. Who had the Joker? Nobody had the Joker, except we all looked to our left and our right and verified that nobody on the couch just had the Joker. And who was behind us? It was Matt and Kim, my favorite band, but they are kind of play Matt's no, I don't have it. Maybe I have it, and now he's making a joke out of it. I was oh my god, you make a joke. Good for you. Oh, I'm so happy, Matt. And Kim's just I don't have one. I don't. Well, I don't. And both could be completely lying, but it has to be one of them, right? Or not. I don't know. It doesn't really matter because whichever one of them has it, I don't think they're the mole, because why would they? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why would the mole hide that they have an advantage on the next quiz? It doesn't seem useful to them in any way. guess, to create chaos. I don't know. I don't know. And let's see what else. Wendy's going down a rabbit hole still. Every time I see her, she's like, oh my God, rabbit hole, here we go. I'm like, you go, Wendy, get down that rabbit hole. You're still going, go, go, go. Wendy will still be here tomorrow because the air was tense for hours while we sat in silence, looking at each other, thirsty for refreshment, for air, for speaking. And it was very tense. And so we all took the quiz. And I played my exemption, obviously had to. So I will be here in the morning after the execution, but the execution is not happening until the morning, and we are all very perturbed. But it was called. It was speculated that this would happen. And tonight we're celebrating Harry Potter and Hogwarts and the sentiment and love in it, but not necessarily J.K. Rowling and what she stands for. But I am representing Ginny and Harry's butch, lesbian, Weasley offspring. Obviously red for Gryffindor, red for Weasley. Scar that I inherited from my magical father's magic Voldy scar. And I think we're gonna play some games and it's gonna be a fun night, and I wanna just be chaotic and whatever.
So I think there's still a lot of time where there's these major groups still, I don't really see people breaking off too much as I have in other allergies, which is interesting. But from what I heard, when people were open to telling about their suspicions, Drew's name seemed to come up quite a bit. And so I decided to put most of my answers on the quiz more focused on Drew, just because looking back at the challenge with the walkie-talkies or so, he was a little suspicious there, and so yeah, I'm just kind of going along with that.
Before we begin, does anybody have any final things that they would like to say? Alright, so how this is going to work. In front of me, I have a ping pong ball with everyone's name on it. I will be drawing these ping pong balls at random, and at that point in time, you will pick up your envelope, you will open your envelope, and you will pull out the card that's inside. Just so we know, green cards mean that you are safe, red cards mean that you are eliminated. Cards. Alright. Jesse.
Oh, I don't want to go first. I don't want to do this.
Got this.
I gotta go. Ready? I'm gonna get eliminated.
I know, but it's totally.
Woo. Yeah.
Come on, guys, watch you guys.
Matt. Alright, safe. Nick.
These are balls, we couldn't do that.
Jesse.
I'll get this side.
Suspense is killing us.
Safe. I will say that there were 2 exemptions that were played for this quiz.
Oh.
Missy was one of them.
Do you not have to play?
You do. You do have to play. I just had to make sure that we were, yeah.
I guess they could.
Here's the other one. Oh, sorry.
Chad.
Where's more smacks.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh no.
What will it be?
It's a Parcheesi card.
All right,
Dog
John.
will miss my humor.
Oh
Safe. Thanks. Corey. Wow. Safe. Kim.
I'm pretty sure.
This is kind of exciting and scary all at the same time, I'm not gonna lie.
no way.
Safe.
Well,
Drew.
I was.
I'm absolutely not confident at all. Oh! Wow!
3 balls left.
Wow!
Woo! Don.
Wendy. Oh wow. How did this happen?
Wow, that's wild.
What's left?
2 balls left.
It's really random.
Billy and Wendy. There's 2 balls left. I'm gonna pull 1 ball. We'll reveal, and if it's not an execution, we will open the second envelope as well to find out what the fate is.
Wait, and if it is or
Oh my god.
And it could be, could not be. Who knows? Wendy. All right, last ball. Billy, show us what you got. Billy,
the Mount Elan. Oh wow.
Oh.
I'd call that.
Yep, I did too.
What are we doing?
The mole has decided that they are not willing to sacrifice anybody at this point in time. So,
I'm so mole
this
has
will.
that power.
Have that power
Apparently.
all night. I'm
What a twist.
I know Billy was super worried, so this was very good
I was
editing.
super worried.
Oh, no, no.
Remember, we don't want anybody to die.
What is that, like a quadruple elimination or something? Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I'm completely new to this whole thing, clearly. So, like, so what does this mean?
We're all still in.
You're all still in.
Right. So it's a good thing, all right.
It is a
That's a
good,
good
well,
thing.
I mean, yes,
It's
you want
also
people to go
bad.
away. It's a good thing. More people, you do want people to go away,
Is
too.
this straighter?
But, someone has to win the money. But the more
Someone
people
block
in,
it.
the winning money is easier.
So everybody is currently safe. Everybody will compete in the next mission. You'll have just a few minutes to journal, and we will be back in the living room in 10 minutes.